Hi YouTubers, it's V and finally my second video. The purpose of this video is to look at what's happening around us, seeing what the Word of God tells us in the Bible about this, engaging in dialogue, and if need be, start to change the way we think so that we can become who God called us to be. Do you feel that the world is suddenly being choked harder than before by the spirit of racism? We all know that no one is born a racist, and neither is one born filled with hate. For hate is taught, and to become a racist, one needs to be indoctrinated with its teachings. In the Bible, in the book of Numbers, Moses' wife, Zipporah, is referred to as a Cushite woman. Now, the Cushites were known to be very dark-skinned people. When Miriam and Aaron spoke ill of Zipporah, God became very upset with her, and he punished her by giving her white leprosy. Never once did God mention the color of Zipporah's skin, nor did he make her out to be an inferior human being. In all of this, Moses would have been the one that was most hurt. And yet it was Moses who went before God and asked him to forgive Miriam. We can take the teachings from this and apply it in the world today. God hates racism. It shouldn't be practiced. We should be on guard of what is happening around us, because it is not flesh and blood that we fight against, but the spirit of wickedness in dark places. And that is the reason we need God in our lives, for it is Him who fights our battles. Last but not least, just like Moses, we need to be filled with the love of Christ. So when things like this happen, it is easy for us to forgive and also ask God to forgive the perpetrators. I heard a minister at the funeral of George Floyd mention that America has been held captive by the whites, or Black America has been held captive by white America for over 400 years. And I thought, 400 years and such a powerful nation cannot get rid of racism? And I think the answer is locked in the infinite wisdom of King Solomon when he tells his son to keep his eyes fixed ahead of him, never to look to the right nor the left, but stay focused on the things that is in front of him. I guess King Solomon knew that if we revisit the past, the hurt and pain and bitterness would be spilled forward into the future generations, keeping whatever happened in the past very much alive. And this is exactly what we see happening today. When racism rears its ugly head, the past is always brought up. The present generation becomes filled with the hate and bitterness bitterness that was experienced in the past, which they take forward into the future generation, and the cycle continues, keeping racism alive. The Bible tells us that people perish for a lack of knowledge. So we need to equip ourselves with the Word of God, which is sharper than any two-edged sword. Teach those that are ignorant of the gospel of Christ. And sometimes by showing forgiveness, we take Christ to them. Sowing seeds and wanting them to be curious as to how can we so easily forgive, and in this way lead them to Christ and his teachings. So let me know your thoughts. Comment, like, and subscribe. Until my next video, peace.